influence, yeah. See me moving, yeah, I glow up. Every time I show up, I can flip my switch out. They act like they know us, but they ain't no dog, I'm big dog. Asking if it's still a flex. Say they better go ask Booyah. Never think I'm gon' check. Better pull up like woo. Come to place and I'm the best. I ain't worried about none who y'all. 24, no rest. Stand on business, I'm too tall. Thought you was a threat. I do real life, do no tip attack. On the internet, we don't do that. See, I've been a threat, and I've been a vet. Thought you knew that way, I'm cashing checks. I don't owe no debts, I've been through that. See you SOS. SOS, SOS. See you SOS. Need a life vest, need no mic check. SOS, SOS, SOS. See you SOS. We don't talk checks, we get to it. All in for the jackpot. Every time I want the last shot. Championship ring. Ring started from a mascot. Went to Rollies from a G-Shock. Brand new kettle, no teapot. You should know I don't play. Go sicko mode like I'm T-Scott. Eagle vision from the treetop. Went to image from a green dot. Never had no limit, but I had some Reeboks. Keep it humble, but the fees not. In the game, no free spots. But I earn what's mine. Nothing less, I'ma shine. SOS, thought you was a threat. I do real life, do no tip attack. On the internet, we don't do that. See, I've been a threat, and I've been a vet. Thought you knew that way, I'm cashing checks. I don't owe no debts, I've been through that. See you SOS. SOS, SOS. See you SOS. Need a life vest, need no mic check. SOS, SOS, SOS. See you SOS. We don't talk checks, we get to it. Plain Jane on my wrist, for real. LV on my chick, for real. Waco taking risks, for real. Went through hell to get to this, for real. I'm not puzzle making lists, for real. I stay low and stack my chips, for real. You keep looking for a flip, for real. That's not wealth, that's rich, for real. 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 Really real. Really real. Really real. Really real. For real. For real. For real. For real. No liens on the whip, for real. I get bored, I take a trip, for real. Take a loss, I never trip, for real. Been in shock, I'm not a lick, for real. Don't trust the soul, it's on my hip, for real. Make a move and you get hit, for real. No pictures by the crib, for real. Can't let them know just where I live, for real. 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 Really real. Really real. Really real. Really real. For real. For real. For real. For real. Plain Jane on my wrist, for real. LV on my chick, for real. Waco taking risks, for real. Went through hell to get to this, for real.
Good morning all. Yes, sir. Hope everyone is well. Hope everyone is good. Happy Monday, man. Let's get it. 16th of December here. And yeah, let's get it. Let's say last trading week of the year. Let's see what goes on. Let's see what we can do here and take it from there. Let's see everyone in chat. Everyone's sleeping or what? I can see everyone's sleeping, man. It's Monday. You guys need to wake up. It's time to get going. Come on, what's this? Opportunity every day. What's this? Everyone's sleeping. Come on. Let's see it. There we go. Now, people. No number one bullshit guy motherfuckers allowed today. Well, let's see. Let's see. It's a public YouTube stream. It's a public YouTube stream. We will see if we get number one bullshit guy or not. Depends. If I take a loss, then that's guaranteed we're gonna get that. That's guaranteed. Because that's like the mating call. You know, as soon as they have something to leech onto, as soon as they have something, then they go full attack. Anyways, let me make sure I'm all systems go. And let's start off with the calendar here, right? So today, this week here, we do have quite a bit of Euro news today from 12 o'clock. So it's going to make it quite difficult to potentially trade DAX here. We're full of PMI, USD PMI, Euro PMI, and GBP PMI. This week, we're pretty much back to back with news here. Every single day, we do have news, right? We have news today, of course, PMIs. Tomorrow, we have claimant count change. At Wednesday, we have CPI, which is going to be a big one, and USD FOMC rate decision here, which is very, very important. And then we have the GBP rate decision and the JPY press conference and rate decision. So packed week. And yeah, basically getting with all of the, every single day there's going to be news. So you guys really need to be paying attention to the calendar this week, paying attention to what's going on in that front, because every single day is backed with news here. So we will speak closer to the time, of course, about FOMC as well. What do I expect? They're expecting to bring rates lower here. I'll speak about that maybe by tomorrow, more about that, or later today if someone ends up asking, I can go on about that. GBP CPI looking like it is wanting to tick up here, right? We're seeing the GBP CPI wanting to tick up. So yeah, that's pretty much normal, and if it does tick up, will mean that they keep rates higher for longer, which means essentially a stronger GBP is to continue. Simple as that, leading into next year as well. This is the last CPI data we have until next year, so leading into next year, we can expect the same thing to continue essentially here. So let's have a look at the analysis here and take it from there. So if we look at GJ here on the daily time frame, we can start off from the weekly time frame. Weekly is closing bullish here, as you can see. Daily time frame as well is closing bullish here, and we're sitting at that daily resistance, which you can see right here. So sitting at the daily resistance on both all brokers here. 4-hour time frame is closing bearish, but kind of like a closing bearish at support here. You can see this 4-hour candle trying to create support here. If we bring back drawings, just want to compare 9651. Yeah, it's around the same. So yeah, bias is initially mixed here, but we are sitting on this previous 4-hour support. I would like to mark this something like this. One-hour time frame, holding support right there. Asian pushed up a little bit here. Actually, no, pushed down, my bad. This was market open here. So what are we planning to do here, Mr. DJ? So we have a 15-minute support. We're not going to be selling into that 4-hour. So potentially sells could make sense below here. Now the buys are pretty interesting, to be honest. They seem quite tricky. Potentially above here could be an option for buys. Watch the daily resistance. If we have problems at daily resistance, how big is this range? 10 pips only. And this wick here, 17. Downside is nicer here, but daily's bullish, weekly's bullish. 4 hours above support here, looking like a higher low. It's interesting. It's interesting spot. So we need price action to develop, but I think we could see some sells below here. They do make sense. They look nicer than the buys. Buys doesn't have that much range. We did push up. We saw something similar happen on Friday where we push up early and then retrace for the rest of the session. Push up early, retrace for the rest of the session, question mark, right? Let's see if that ends up happening, and then we can capitalize off that, right? If that's going to happen. So let's see how that develops, right? Let's see how that develops, and then we take it from there. So that's my overall initial analysis here. So buys is a potential. We'll see how price action forms. We need a very good close here to have the range to take the buys. So we'll have to see once it gets up there. Now, gold had been moving very bearish basically since London session, right? Since London session on Friday when we were trading DAX, at the same time gold was moving down. So daily time frame here has ended up closing bearish, but where we're sitting at is a very strong support zone, right? So there's a possibility we continue to bounce out of this zone here. Now with 4-hour time frames creating this type of structure here, yeah, we could see continuation down below the 4-hour support here. Something like this. This one, I don't think I'm too worried. Check DAX next. There might be setup forming. Yeah, too early for DAX. My spreads are too high at this time. They're around 5 pip spread. I wait till Frankfurt open always, just so we're not trading with high spread, unless swing positions or higher time frame positions. Makes total sense, you know. But then my spreads go down to after 0.5 pips. 0.5 pips I get after. Well, not pips, it's points, right? It's points, but you know, we say it for simplicity. But so I rather take 0.5. Plus Frankfurt open always the time better to trade DAX. 1 hour time frame, you know, we are forming some sort of support here. Now this candle, although closing bearish and session bias is bearish, this is again one of those setup 3 scenarios. If we start to break the highs, we could see this move retraced. Not retraced, but start to see a move up before a potential another lower high then. And then we can see what ends up happening from there. Initially, that would start to make sense above the highs. If you guys remember, this is a very similar scenario to Friday. This is being crossed through with wicks here. Let's put this 15. That's where your buys would come up. If you remember, we were looking for those same type of buys on Friday above here. Man, it's the exact same freaking scenario. I want to show you this. This should give you some really good ideas. So we had a big push down. We started to retrace that move. Check what happened, okay? Look how 4 hour was closing. 4 hours closing the same doji. Let me even go back 4 hour candle here and you can exactly see that. See how 4 hour candle created a support and closed bearish but weak bearish. We failed to break the highs. Check this out. We failed to break the highs, so it continued down, right? Today we have the exact same scenario where we have that weak bearish candle, which if we break the highs could give us continuation up. If not, we will fail and then we could look to start to continue down from here. Problem is ranges. Where are we going to look to take sells potentially? 1 hour time frames are saying what? Supports around here. Maybe there's a tight selling opportunity below this area here to fill this area and continue down. Again, better sells are going to be below this support down here, which I'm going to clone, bring this down here. So this is going to be better sells below here. We actually do have enough of a range to attempt to get to 4 hour. It's already 20 pips to get to 4 hour. Yeah, but if we get a very tight close, it's a potential here. It is a potential. We'll have to see how price action forms. But above here, yeah, buys could start to happen. Buys could start to do some business, especially 1 hour candle breaking structure. 15 minutes, if 1 hour candle manages to close above, it makes sense. It makes sense. So that's going to be my plan for gold here, is potential buys above this type of zone here, around 55 300s. 55 300 for buys. The sells, they could have multiple options here. Yeah, multiple options are available. Below 52. Yeah, below 52, we need a good close though. So we'll see how that forms. If we range in here, this is going to be non-tradable inside of this range here. I'm not going to be trading inside of here because this is messy for me. I don't really see much opportunities being able to form in there. Once we start to leave it, yeah, we can start to dance a little bit. So let's have a look here at DAX, what DAX is doing. So DAX is coming very close to support here. Go ahead and remove our 15-minute lines. Let's bring back higher time frame lines. Weekly candle closing with a bit of a rejection here. Current weekly making bottom wick. We spoke about this in the exclusive group webinar. We actually went into depth about fundamentals of all the pairs as well. and about what this weekly candle means. But overall analysis here, we could start to see a top formed and some potential pullbacks. Daily time frame, market open here, 4-hour closing bearish, sitting at 4-hour support, pretty strong. Pretty strong, this 4-hour support here. So for us to get below it, we go straight into daily resistance, which I still want to keep on. This 15 had been the zone that we were looking for sells from last week. From last week, this was going to be a selling zone. It's pretty messy, man. There's a support here, some supports here, this faking out here. I want to see this start to move cleanly. Today, if we start dumping and we get below 20,368, that opens the door for some sell opportunities to tap into this support down here. For buys to make sense, I'm going to need some more information. It's quite a tight consolidation, and especially if we get stuck in shit like this is where it's game over. You can see the difference. Everyone is going to try trade in this. We took trades in this. Much easier move. Clean, smooth. Why? Because we stay out the chop. Look at this. This is looking a bit choppy in here. If it continues to be choppy, it's going to be not a zone to trade in. So especially, we've seen a lot of rejections come out of here. We want to try, ideally this was a good sell below here to get to here and see what happens, right? Ideally, that is the position we kind of want to be looking for, is to get below this support, to trade into that support, and then see what happens. But that obviously happened overnight, so it's not valid right now. But we can't change what happened overnight. We can't change for what happened overnight. So what do we have to do? We have to see what ends up forming on the charts here. Do we maybe even potentially pull back and then create resistances to continue down? That will be a possibility to sell here. Now for the buys, it's pretty tough. Buys could be, I need more information for buys. I want to see, because Frankfurt Open can come bring one candle and then we see what ends up happening. You know, then we can see what ends up happening. You know, we can see what ends up happening from that, and then adjust, and then adjust. So yeah, that's gonna be the plan on all pairs here. Pretty much prepared. For my guys trading GU, we can have a look at GU as well. Let's have a look here. Weekly time frame did what? Close bearish here. Let's go ahead and remove drawings. So weekly time frame closing bearish. Daily time frame is closing bearish above this daily support here. This is a strong daily support. Even though we crossed through it twice, we can see how many times in the past, and now we're reacting off it. So your sells kind of always want to be below that, which makes sense. 4-hour, you could try trade to that as well. 4-hour is closing somewhat bullish here below this 4-hour resistance. Your buys would only come above here. Yeah, I think GU here is gonna be a plan where you're looking for sells below this zone here, and then the buys above the range with mixed bias here. If it wants to respect support, you can look for those buys. If it gets above, quite nice range actually for the buys. So let's see how GU forms, but I think gold would come in conjunction with that, because it's pretty similar dollar price action driven here, you know. So yeah, let's see what ends up happening. Let's see what ends up happening. So yeah, we'll take it from there. We'll take it from there. So hope you guys enjoyed the analysis. If you did, let's do the YouTube business. You guys know the drill. Leave a like on the stream. 200 of us in here. Let's get the likes up to 100 likes. Would appreciate it. Hate to say it, but you guys know the drill. So let's get it. The large speculators are still holding their shorts in gold, Harry. Yeah, but the large speculators are based off KOT data. KOT data, you know, COT, not K. COT data is obviously also lagging because it's not released in real market time. So trading on lower time frames such as 15, 30, 1 hour, it won't affect too much. Swing trading, yes, it can give you some sort of bias, right? It can help in terms of a fundamental factor to look for higher time frame movements, right? So that's why it can be good, you know. Hey Harry, hope you're doing well. It's me, Vinny. Yo, Vinny, hope you're well, brother. You think Magic Key is good or is it a waste of money? Yeah, if you're slow at managing risk, then definitely it's good, you know, something that can help. You can always try the online version before buying physical. I'm not affiliated with them or anything. Is December good for trading? That depends. We could have slow weeks, good weeks, but typically next week is not going to be historically good for trading. But this week, yeah, it's business as usual. For me, December has been extremely good. Historically as well, I don't mind trading December. You just have to be patient in stuff like this. This is a very clear example. You obviously don't want to be trading this type of price action. I think this should hopefully be clear to people. If you think this is good to trade, you need to stop trading, because this is bullshit, right? This is bullshit. How do I talk to the channel owner? I don't know who the channel owner is, so I don't think you can contact him, because I don't know who owns this channel. So it won't be a good idea. It won't be a good idea to contact him. Not sure who owns this channel. Are you use Fib? No, I don't, because a Fibonacci I can see. You want to see something cool? This support here, is going to be the 0.5 to the 0.67. Watch, without even needing to use a Fib. Oh, what a surprise! 0.6, 0.5. How did I know that? And I just dragged it. How you drag a Fib from spot to spot. How did I know that? Because you can see based off previous structure and how price is formed. You know? So you don't need a Fibonacci when you can visualize it, right? You don't need it. You can just see. And I'm trading based off structure, not based off reaction. So I used to use it, yeah. I used to try get an extra confirmation from it. Hi, how do one understand technical analysis? I think the best way is going to be the best way is going to be waiting for next week when I release the 2025 course here. 2025 free course is coming to YouTube. Just make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, and go watch that. That's going to be a good start to learn technical analysis and much more, to be honest. So that's coming out next week. That's a big project, big video. Not many people do that online. Actually, I want to talk to you about what? About what? What would you like to talk to me about, bro? Date, please. 22nd. Should be 20. Next Sunday. This Sunday coming. Whatever this Sunday is. I want to learn. Well, you're in the right place, aren't you? But if you're gonna DM me to ask you all of those questions, then I'm not going to do it, you know? Then time, man, put on notifications, brother. Put on notifications. Vinny in January is coming in January. Why don't you go for a buzz cut? Because I don't want one. Good morning, brother. One hour close is going to be interesting here. What do we think, guys? Let's see in YouTube chat, Zoom chat. Does the 1 hour close above resistance or below resistance? What are we saying? Above? Below? It's 50-50. We're seeing 50-50. Most people below. Let's see. Let's see. 3 minutes. Is it true to avoid trading in December? No, people just say that. You can see my stats in December, 2-year stats. Last December was very decent. If you go back and see last December, where's last December? Shit, can't see anything. 23, there we go. 11, 12. This is December. Pretty decent here, December, man. Actually, very solid month. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wins. All GBP JPY. GBP JPY was still breaking out, so it was quite simple. So very, very good last year. This year, December, we are running a lot of trades this year, December. Check how many trades we've taken this year, December. We've taken 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trades. And people still say that they feel like we're not doing much. 7 trades taken. We've taken 1, 2, 3 wins and 1 loss. And then a couple of break-evens as well. So not bad. Not bad. 5, 6, 12. Like that's decent, you know, already. Actually, we've taken 4 wins. We've taken 4 wins, but one I took a re-entry. So, and that re-entry, I told the guys in the exclusive group. It's a bit complex for YouTube. Would have been a mess if people are following me for that. But you can watch the stream. Watch the stream. I just posted the link. You can watch how we did that. And then there was 4 days where the markets were just not doing anything. And that's the difference, right? Is that in those 4 days, I don't take action. Although people feel bored, but welcome to trading. Although people feel like they're not doing anything, but that's how you keep these consistent results. I actually took a lot less trades during last December, much less. And I traded right up to the 20th. Last trade was on the 19th. So there was times here of 10 days without trades. Last year, 10 days without trades. From 5th to 13th, no trades. And then from 13th to 19th, no trades. You know, that's like, you know, another sense. This is last year. You see similar stuff this year. And this is when GJ was breaking out last year. Much more opportunities, you know. So it's normal. That's December. December, there's gaps, you know. And that also happens during the year when you have slower periods, faster periods. Let's see. We're closing above or below? Looks like below. Looks like below. But I believe if I control my energy in 5 seconds, I can make it close below. This is a cheat there. How can I download this trading results? Ents put it in the chat. Ents put it in the chat. Journal, description as well. All that good stuff. Alright, so we closed below in 1 hour here. Not the best close for buys, so we need to get above this 55. I think key level 55 is going to be important as well. How did GJ do? GJ is dumping already, which is pretty annoying. No close below. How's 1 hour looking? 1 hour closed kind of doji. We did close below this, but I don't like the way that closed with the rejection. 30-minute closed very well here. This does make sense on 30-minute. I would like to see a bigger top wick, but it does make sense so far on 30-minute. What's that? 17. Yeah, 30-minute. I think we have an active setup here on 30-minute. It makes sense, but no 5-minute pullbacks as well. It's a little bit sketchy that. Key level is upon us very, very soon. Let's go and bring back key level here. So yeah. All in love with Dax? Yeah, Dax like old GJ. I've been quite frequently trading it, huh? Look. Quite a few on that. Yeah, so I think this was valid on a 30-minute here, but I wasn't planning a 30-minute close. I was not planning a 30-minute close. So maybe that's an error from me not to plan on a 30-minute. I was mainly looking at a 15, but yeah, you would be in an active setup here on a 30-minute setup 1 here. So I think that's just maybe time frame awareness. Time frame awareness maybe needed to be improved there. But it happened pretty quick. Pretty quick. I was looking at gold close here. But yeah, time frame awareness, mistake for today, I could say. Need to be more aware of what time frame is closing when. As that was valid on 30. So as we come into the last trading week of the year, very important thing for me is going to be taking A+ setups. There's going to be no risky shots, no random shots, no shots that I'm taking just to see if volume will come to push in. Nah, it needs to be, everything needs to be good and secure. Doesn't mean I just take like needs to be, there's no such thing as perfect setup, but I'm not taking like a little 5-minute option to find a way in. Even if I miss the move, I don't mind, because I'm not looking for that. I'm not looking for that. But yeah, I think the only shot that was valid right now was this DJ sells here. This looked ideal here, but again, situational awareness of 30-minute time frame in conjunction of the 15-minute time frame closing at support, regarding how the 1 hour was closing at the time there, was hindsighted into, resulting in me seeing the after effect of a 30-minute close instead of the before, right? Instead of the before. So it needed to be something I was planning. You reckon you would have taken it though with the 30-minute small top wick if you would have seen it? That's a great question, but I would have needed to plan it. I wonder if I was fully planned, saying if a 30-minute close was going to be the one, then maybe. The question is here, it's easier in hindsight, of course, because right now, at the time, we were selling into a 15-minute support, selling into a 5-minute support. 5-minute had not formed any form of structure there. 1 hour candle closed with rejection. So if this rejected, I could easily say to myself, we needed a close below the 15 support. But again, you're not using 15-minute stops, you're using 30-minute stops all the way above here. So even if you do reject the 15-minute support, it could still do this later. So you just have to hold drawdown in that type of position. The fact that we made a good, I would have loved to seen how it actually opened. I didn't watch how it opened. We only saw the it when it was down here is when I switched to the charts. Hey Harry, what's your New Year's resolution? I don't have New Year's resolution. I take action every single day. So if I ever want to do something, I do it. I don't wait till New Year's. I don't set a resolution. I do it now. So any goal I have, I'm already working on it. No resolution for New Year. It's happening now. Right? So gold sells below here can make sense. If you get a tight close below here, can also be in an attempt at sells. What are we looking at? 24 for 11. It's enough to get break even. How to not overtrade? Be able to leave the charts. Be able to leave the charts. Like, you have to just be strict. Like, there's no magic formula that will stop you from overtrading. What will stop you from overtrading is you. You will have to stop yourself from overtrading. You know, you will have to stop yourself from overtrading, always. Doesn't just work that there's some magic formula, right? Obviously, having a plan is going to help as well. Just can have a look at what everyone's looking at here. Plan for London, let me know if you guys should change anything. Mixed bias here, below daily 4 hour. Could make sense, but price action has been choppy. No clean LTA yet. Yeah, correct. Ideally, we dump through the whole range, probably would be better here. Gold looking for sells back down to the bottom of the range. Wait till we get out of this range. Need more price action for buys. Yeah, I think if now that we formed the support, those buys can start to make sense. If not, yeah, selling to 4 hour support could be an option here. Close above, more aggressive with BE. Those kind of set up 3 also. Yeah. 1 hour change of structure. We close coming from previous structure. Close below for sells. Yeah, I don't like selling the lows right here. It's a bit too far. What lot size for $100 account? 0.01. Previous 4 hour buys above for GU here. Yeah, that's what I also had there. Sell option. Yeah. Yeah, this you would need 30 minutes because 15 not clean, right? Yeah. Again, sells below here I don't like. You'd have to try sell to the 4 hour. Because if you're planning to get down here, why not sell to the 4 hour? You're not selling at 4 hour. You're selling to it. So it's okay. It's okay to sell to it, not at it. That's where there's a problem, is you sell at it. But otherwise, you're just going to sell lows and get stuck in fake outs, right? That's the problem with that. This is gold. Sells below. Buy not clean enough. Yes. Sells below. Yes. To get to the 4 hour. Yep. Need structure. Look for buys above. Yeah, that's the same plan. Yeah, we wanted this. This is what we wanted ideally, you know. Which is why that 30-minute option seemed to be a 1. Speaking of which, let's see how it's doing. Ah, it's back to entry. That's interesting. So rejected pretty much key level. So it's an interesting one, that. Now the question is, would I be break even around that zone? Now this might be the liquidity to continue up. This is what sometimes happens. Can we play games to overtrading? You mean play games to stop overtrading? Yeah, take one trade and then call it a day. Journal. What I tell the guys in the exclusive group is I tell them, what, you know, if they have an overtrading problem, then after taking a trade, go ahead and analyze that trade. Because you're going to spend time analyzing that trade. You won't overtrade then because you're just analyzing what happened, you know? Like, that's an easy way as well. Do you have Telegram? We do have a free Telegram group. All links in description, but I will never DM you first. I do not sell any copy trading. I do not sell any investment. I'm not affiliated with brokers. I will never DM you guys. Any messages you get from me is not me. Because I don't know you. Why would I message you? Verify my name. Now here's a question for all of you. In the 30-minute trade, what are you doing right now? This is a good drill, right? If you were in the 30-minute trade, what are you doing right now? Right? Because you are up not enough to close profits. I don't even think you were even up 10 pips. 11 pips here. So what would you have done? I know what I would have done. B, are you sure? Where would you have gone B? Manage if not up by B. How to ask questions for you by learning purpose? I'm happy to answer some questions over YouTube, man. If you're talking about charts and in-depth questions and personal questions, then yeah, this is why, it would be advantageous to have, you in the group. Then you can get that, right? Because that's going to take more of my time. B after 6 to 8 pips? I disagree. 6 to 8 pips move BE. B as it was 60% to TP? Yeah, I think that's the only thing we could argue. The tough thing is that the 5-minute opened with no bottom wick here. So you might have been saying, I want to hold mental break even. You held mental break even, and then this 1-minute candle came through. Would it make sense if 15-minute closed bullish, the next one closed below to fill the wick? Yeah, if it closed below, yeah. But then imagine you have to also think how the 30 would close. Because if 30 is closing like doji, it doesn't look too good. How do you calculate pips? Use this measurement tool. This number here on the right is pips. The only thing has 17 pips SL, so I went down 11, so I would have been out at B easy. All right, that's interesting to see that. For me in this position here, it didn't really fully tap key level, unless broker did, so we'd have to check. This is a good drill to go and analyze exactly how you would have taken the trade. So we tapped on broker, yeah, about 0.05 pips, very, very close to key level. And then the tricky thing here would have been that there was no bottom wick. I think that would have thrown me off, because for me, that's a good sign to hold. Good sign to hold, because there's no bottom wick. So if I was playing it safe, break even, because we're 60% to TP. But if I really trusted this position to continue, then I think then this would just be a drawdown position, right? So it's very good to keep note of that. Which group? Your Telegram group? No, it's our Discord group, the exclusive group. Which indicator is good with price action for extra confluence? Yeah, you can use bias indicator that I made. Can anyone check how much downloads or how many uses my bias indicator has? Does anyone know how to check that? I'm interested to see how many people have used it now. $297? Interesting. I should push it more. Yeah, I'll push it more. Make sure to make an effort about that in the free course. How to get that bias indicator? It's for free. Just type Tradesharpe session bias. I have used it. Nice, nice. How to get bias indicator in Tradingview? Search Tradesharpe. Tradesharpe session bias. 298 now, guys. 298. Dax, nothing so far. Yeah, we'll check how the Frankfurt is moving, but from the price. Sir, I'm sorry to say I cannot see the price live chart perfect. Okay, brother, sorry about your monitor. Maybe you can try increasing the quality of your internet connection. You can just change the quality of the stream. I have here next to me, just so you know guys, next to me here I have an iPad because that's how I read chat. On the iPad, I can read the numbers super clearly, super. That's how I check if my stream is working or not. How are you working in any indicator update? It doesn't need an update. It's a very, very good and simple product that works very, very well. Right? It just tells you bias. That's as good as you need it to be. We have very advanced indicators from community members in our exclusive group. Right? They've made huge indicators for price action trading. I mean, a lot of members have made different indicators to help them with different things. Automated markups, you name it, man, you name it. Average session push calculators. My favorite, I think, is this lot calculator. Is very cool. I need to delete something. So what's Dax saying here? Coming close to 50-minute support. I wish we could erase this 15-minute support. Then actually this sell would make sense, right? This would be quite a nice sell below. If we could erase this. How many points do we have to that support? 3 points. Yeah, that ain't gonna cut it, boys. That ain't gonna cut it. $10 points for you. Remember, we made a rule to check broker always now. That was the new rule because it's always been playing games on us. On broker, it is 6 points. 7 points. So that could be a possibility, to be honest. 7 points to the 15 support. Well, it's not much, man. You'd need to push through. Let's go see investigated on the 1 hour though. On the 1 hour, it is pretty much clean till daily resistance. 30-minute as well. So with volume, yeah, it could push through here. With good spread, could be attempt aggressive management. Yes. You need a good close. Like if it closes deep, it's game over. But if you get a close around where these wicks are, it will work. GU forming setup 1. Let's see. Yeah, GU is trying here. It is trying. 9 minutes for this candle to close. 5-minute close above. I'm not entering on a 5. I don't use 5 for entry, but it could be aggressive entry here. But like I said, last week of the year, I'm not taking aggressive entries. It's just how I'm trading here. Let's see what the 1 hour is telling us. Yeah, 1 hour close bearish, so there's no active setup on the 1 hour except we broke the highs. 30-minute here, 9 minutes as well as the 15 here. So yeah, 15 close above would be a classic setup 1 here. 5 has closed above here for an aggressive entry. But as I said, not looking for aggressive entries myself. Gold as well might close above here in around 8 minutes. So we'll see about that. This big move on GBP USD is because of ECB speech. Is it the speech now? I think it's only gonna be, let's see if you're right. Do we have the speeches? No, I don't think the speeches are just now. We have PMI coming at 12, which obviously, and his speech is also at 12. Yeah, his speech is at 12. 12:35. Yeah, it's going to be very hard to trade after London Open today, guys. After London Open today is going to be quite difficult. A lot of Euro news, all 15 minutes apart. All 15 minutes apart. So we ideally need a setup here in the next 10-15 minutes. Not 10, yeah, 10 to 15 minutes ideally is when we need a setup. $11.07. Yeah, he did say something. Looks like he is speaking right now as well. That's interesting. Obviously, they didn't announce that. But you're not wrong. They are speaking, so be careful. We actually have to be careful on Dax. Today we need to be careful on Dax because we have European Central Bank speaking here. So ideally gold is going to be a driver today, as that's going to be a little bit safer for us, as we don't have to worry too much about news. So give me a sec, go toilet, come back. Morning, bro. Hope you're well. Do you think French PMI has much sway on DAX? Not really after the German PMI comes out. The only problem I've seen with French is that it sometimes causes a spike. I've seen spikes happen on Euro. I've seen spikes happen on GBP. That's the only problem. So let's say you're in a position and unfortunately holding some drawdown, that spike might be enough to catch you out. I have not seen French PMI able to cause a big trending move, which is going to be more of the risk, as that can slip. But I have seen it spike, you know. Check out GJ, guys. Check out GJ. 15-minute support was respected here. So immediately when I see this, this is telling me price action this week, or not this week, but today, is being a little bit iffy because we're not seeing continuation. I did speak about this potentially being the liquidity grab for London to get back inside of the range. But it's definitely scary not to see that continuation. It's quite erratic price action, right? You have a dump down, V-shape up. Am I missing something, or gold barely did anything today? I see people talking about gold going crazy. Yeah, I'm not sure what they're hyping about. Gold has been in the range since 5 a.m. my time. 5 a.m. my time. Maybe they talk about market open, had a bit of a dump here and then a retracement, but since 5 a.m. we've been in the range. Let's see what we got here. Ultimate trading floor flex, a Snoopy watch or a Casio calculator. Why lots of money men still favors for novelty watches? I'd say the Casio calculator is the OG, man. The Casio calculator is the OG. Looks like it does want to close above here, the 15-minute. Or maybe not. We'll see. Actually, 4 hours a little bit higher, guys. So it needs to do some work here. 5 minutes still did close above 4 hour. What's your spreads on gold? Right now, my spread on gold is 1.2 pips. Pretty high, actually, 1.2 pips. It's above normal. Yeah, 1.2, damn. GJ is 0.3, 0.2. GU is 0.1. Dax is 5 points. Not 5 points, 0.5 points. 5 was Thunder. Thunder rules mean that you have a 15-minute close. There was no 15-minute bullish close before the Thunder, so it wouldn't count as an actual Thunder. It would just count as a 5-minute setup 3. Whereas a thunderstorm would be you need a 15-minute candle closing bullish followed by the 5-minute setup 3, right? That's a Thunder. Whereas this, the previous 15 closed bearish. Looks like it's closing below the 4 hour here, maybe. Question is, do we have continuation today? You'll need pure continuation for price to continue up. A 1-to-1. Where's a 1-to-1? Let's see how big the move has to be. It's a pretty big move. So it has successfully closed above here. There is an opportunity for setup 1 here. 8 pips. Interesting. We don't really have liquidity. 5 minutes has created some weird structure here. 1 minute's a threat. I would love to see it come back and retest this zone here, just so I don't have to hold that drawdown. So if we can get that right now, it would be nice. Yeah, so for me, as I said, not taking, I would normally take this break of high here, but I want to see a deeper retest here for me to be confident. No riskier positions, giving it a shot. I want to see that, at least a deeper retest, and I feel like that could happen. And then I'll be happy to take this myself. Obviously a setup 3, if that forms, I'll take that, yes. You know. But it is valid break of high. I would take that normally on normal cases. I would be taking this. But let's see if it does, because this is normally a threat. You might have to hold drawdown. It is normally a threat to have this amount of clean space here. We could very easily see that retraced, which will give me the confirmation to then take the buy. That will give me the confirmation to take the buy. The GJ trade still looks good from earlier. Yeah, just dumped. But most people said they'd be out break even. $30-minute no top wick. So GBP is dumping here. GBP is dumping here. Gold is dumping as well, I believe. Not gold, sorry. Dollar. Yeah, it is moving down a little bit. And GU is now filling that LTA zone I was talking about, right? So this could give opportunities now that we're filling more of this zone. Would like to see the 1 minute complete the fill. And then I can look for the buys. It is counter trend, yeah, but it isn't counter session bias. This could just be a pullback to make a lower high to continue down. But you can see I'm not rushing into that LTA zone. I think that's an important thing to, you know, these straight pushes up can be riskier because you'll have to hold the drawdown. GJ is dropping. Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame it did it like this. But yeah, no top wick, open dump. The only way to get in is like look, most people were saying they would take the 30-minute and will go break even. So you wouldn't be part of this anyways. That's what I mean when the 5-minute, I guess I would just be holding this myself because I had no way to enter if I trusted the 5-minute no bottom wick here. This is very hard to enter this. You don't really have time. So it's tough. It's tough. Because you would just have to hold the 30-minute position, stop loss or TP. Stop loss or TP. You would have come pretty close to stop loss. And just about reaching TP now. Actually, SL wasn't that close. Yeah, it was about a couple of pips. 30-minute SL. You're about, you know, 4 pips away. Pretty close. Wasn't micro close, you know, but that's pretty close. But most people here said they would have gone break even anyways. What did you say? You said like the whole thing has 17 pip SL. It went down 11 pips, so I would have been out at BE easy. Yeah, so you would have been out at BE here. That's what you wrote. So this is why it's very interesting. I made everyone type that before this case happens, because now people are looking back at it, but 90% of you are on the side of break even. Yeah, this is what I mean about GU here, right? Those LTAs, they don't lie, man. They don't lie. Straight pushes up. We want that extra confirmation. So now if it was to flip and break the high, I think this would be a great position to take a buy here. And this would make a lot of sense. This would make a lot of sense. We've grabbed liquidity. Here. So this would be nice. This would be nice if we could get back above the high. So let's see if we start rejecting. If the 15-minute just continues dumping and closes back in the range, then it's the same, right? It's the same. You can't really do much. But this is what I mean. Lack of volume here. We're seeing for continuation, allow price to grab liquidity, so we don't have that worry about, oh shit, price needs to go grab liquidity. Any other time, when we're earlier on in the year, different times like that, we can just say volume should come in, right? We haven't seen that. From last week, we didn't see that. So this week, why should we see it? Which allows us to do what? Allows us to say, allows me to say, let me wait for that to be retested first before taking the position. Even if I miss the position, I avoid this scenario, which I prefer. I prefer. Gold making you fall asleep? It's cooking. It might get out. Maybe it's cooking some sort of big beef stew here. Might be cooking a steak, and then it gets out the range, and then we see a big move. Right? We could see a close above. That's what it would need. Same thing if it was to close below this 52 level here, we could see that downside start to continue. Harry, my friends get paid by Jacob and Co for promotions, but not you. Yeah, maybe you don't have, something that they want you to promote. How many story views do you get? If it wasn't last week, would you have considered setup 6 on GU? Let's see. Yeah, this technically, I mean, it's a tight one though. It's a tight one. But yeah, probably I would. Let's experiment it. This would be a, you would have been kind of in from right here. 4 pips to that resistance. So let's see how it would have played out. I just want the extra confirmation here of the flip. But let's see. It would technically be a sort of one. $5K story views. Yeah, I guess that's a little bit less for them. I don't know what's their requirements. You have to ask them. What's different between you and your friend? Do both of you and your friend have the same type of page? Just see what's different. This is the kind of consolidation on gold that is wonderful. The longer the wind up, the bigger the breakout. Just have to wait for it. Indeed, right? That's what I mean. It's cooking something. Big beef stew here. And that's the thing, like it is creating liquidity. But the problem is people get impatient and then they lose money in the wind up stage, and then they're scared to enter the breakout because they think they're buying highs. They think that they're buying highs. He's reaching 1 million followers. Well, obviously, bro, come on. If he's, yeah, obviously. I'm 148k. 148k followers with 5k story views means you're being followed by a lot of useless followers as well, right? And maybe you've been bot followed as well. Maybe you're being bot followed as well, because 5k story views for 148k followers is pretty low. So you can do a cleanup. Could you please direct me to which video series is on your channel address setup 1-2? This week we are launching the 2025 course free on YouTube. That will have all of it. We will take some videos that are on YouTube and put them into that course. So you'll be able to see that. If you want just a specific video, then you can watch the top 3 price action setups. Please add a part which teaches to mark lines on the chart. Yeah, of course. That will be part of it. See how Dax is doing here. We're getting close to news time. We're trying to dump through these ranges here. That 5-minute close was too deep. It's a shame. No top wick on 30-minute. Yeah. Is this going to be another liquidity grab like this? Are we going to close back in the range? It's possible here, guys. This zone that we're sitting at right here on Dax is a difficult zone. The real clean zone I see is below 368, man. 368 looks easy. What time is first? News coming out is 12:15 here. Man, we need something soon. Harry, how many views you get? Depends, it fluctuates, but maybe around 4K. Reels do better, of course. Sometimes you post a story, man, and only like 2,000 people see it. You know, but I also have less followers than yours. Is more of a motivation page though. You're posting lifestyle content, clips, so it's not really people are interacting with you. You can't compare. You can't compare story views from someone who's interacting with an audience and someone that is posting for no value. You're posting just for like, you know, I don't even know what type of content. Yours is just like lifestyle reels, you know. So it's not the same. Every single one of my posts has some sort of interaction with my audience, right? It's me behind the camera. So you'll get more stuff like that, you know. Harry, why are you trading more DAX than GJ these days? Because GJ is, after they changed policy in GJ, price action has not been as clean. Volume has not been as clean during London, and there's more opportunity in DAX, right? Because DAX has been moving clean price action. I especially enjoy the no commissions. There's no commissions on DAX, which is super cool when I take break-even trades because I don't pay for that, which is nice. It saves a cost on my trading, you know. Harry, can you say GU has active S1 and retest the range forming setup 6? Yeah, it would be a form of a setup 6, correct, yes. Problem is now the 15-minute candle has closed back inside of the range. You do not have active S1. Actually on 30 you do. You do on 30, yes. You do. Yes, luxury lifestyle. Yeah, so it's normal, bro. It's normal. But still, you know, you should check to clean up some of that. It will also help your algorithm. GJ is moving up. Yeah, 10 minutes ago, everyone is saying GJ is moving down. Oh, wow. 15-minute just closed above here. I did not notice that. That happened pretty quick. Let me lock in a bit here. Let me lock in a bit. We have this 15-minute resistance here that we crossed through with a wick. Stop loss is pretty big here, boys. 34 pips. That's a bit big, that. No 5-minute structure. Can we get a thunderstorm here? I'd love to see a thunderstorm. And then run stops below the 5. 3 minutes. Let's see if we can get it. Do you 15-minute setup 3? No, it wouldn't be. This closed too deep for that to be a setup 3. You see, it closed back inside of the range. Setup 3 would be here outside of the range. Now you just have an active S1. So if this re-breaks the high, you can take it based off 30-minute. It's just a 30-minute setup 1. See, we have this little notch here. We don't have a 30-minute or 1 hour close above here, and we have this little resistance here that we are reacting off. You can see the 15 minutes reacting off that, 5 minutes reacting off that. So maybe a 5-minute close above will allow us to take the trade with more confirmation. Otherwise, we just have to go with a pretty steep stop loss here, around 35 pips, which is a very big push to get a 1-to-1. A 1-to-1 is the whole range. Is there a free website to check seasonality? Actually, Tradingview has a seasonality indicator here. But yes, you can search online seasonality. Okay, great. We are reacting off that zone. So now if we can close a 5-minute candle above the zone, it will give us tighter stops, number one, which is always going to be better. And secondly, it will give us the confirmation we're looking for. How to clean? You just go to your followers and then there's a button that says delete bot accounts. It does it automatically. Like, that should help. It automatically will do it. Bit demon, it is, right? It is. So yeah, let's see. We get close above this type of resistance here. It will be clean. It will be clean. My spread on gold is not normal. Yeah, towards the end of the year, you might have liquidity flows change a bit. Gold spreads will not be as tight as they normally are. You know, I have about a 1.1 pip spread, 1.2 pip spread. If you have something like a 3 pip spread, then you probably just don't, you know, probably don't trade gold, to be honest. It's a bit high for scalping. 3 pips can be nasty. Or just account for it. You have to account for it. Budget it. Alright, gold is making its deep bottom wick. I had 5k bots, man. Yeah, so you need to clean that often, man. You need to clean that. 5k, and that, it will find more. Like, it's probably because it's just noticed 5k, but you see? Mine's been bouncing 0.5 to 2.2. We still have that problem. I'm going to monitor mine here. 1.5 pip spread on, sheesh, 1.5 is not fun on gold here. I have 1.5 pip spread. Definitely need to do some calculating. That's why we need tighter stop loss so that we can get better risk to reward. Yeah, 1.5 is pretty steep here. Yeah, you need to do some calculating. Break even won't actually be break even, right? You'll be 2 pips. Yeah, we need to be careful with gold. If your spread is high on gold, then just be careful. You need to account that there'll be a 2 pip difference, 3 pip difference, whatever it may be. Anyways, let's see what happens. I appreciate everyone showing up to stream. Pleasure to have you guys. Let's see what we do this week. Last trading week of the year, very exciting. I can't wait. You guys should be preparing for next year, planning, putting in the work now. Don't put in the work next year, put in the work so you're ready for next year, guys. This is a big tip. Join us on lives next year. Be sure to show up because it's going to be a big year and it's very important to go through a market cycle like that. No one's showing up consistently like this and you need to take advantage while it lasts, right? So make sure you put in the work now. Use this time to put in the work so that next year you are getting towards your goals. That is going to be my goal, is to see people get towards their goals. But the only way that's going to happen is if they actually take action on that, not just do random shit. Right? Don't be playing catch up next year. Be ahead. DAX opening is interesting. It's really close to resistance. Yeah, DAX open in 10 minutes here. GJ as well, still continuing. GJ price action is really weird. Look at these drops. Small move up, boom, boom, no top wick, all of these. Literally, you'd have to take the first position on the 30 close below and go, don't even think about break even. And still you're not at a 1-to-1, guys. Keep in mind, still you have not reached a 1-to-1. 1-to-1 is down here, which hopefully it will reach for everyone who's in that position. Otherwise, that's a dead one. Gold buy or sell. If we get above 55 again, 55, 56, it looks more like a buy for me. Looks more like a buy, you know. Also, guys, remember, next week, I'm going to keep reminding you because I put in a lot of work on this and I really want people to capitalize off this. Free course will be dropping Sunday, 6:30 p.m. Dubai time. Sunday, 6:30 p.m. free course on YouTube. Take advantage. I need you guys to run that up. Go mad, comment, enjoy it, learn. It's going to be a big one. Harry, how can I know which candle is London open candle? Because it's different for each country. Check what country you're from and then see what time London open. London open is 8 a.m. London time. Right? 8 a.m. London time. UTC. Right? UTC. It will be live? No, it will be posted. It's a free course. It's a section by section. It's a very long video. I've been recording it step by step. Every day I'm working on it now. It's like the one gift I do per year. I think I do enough for free, to be honest. But I explain in the video why I do it for free. I explain why. So if I look back at this, I can think, okay, how could I have entered in this position with 30-minute no top wick, 1 hour still not closed? You just have to take the 30-minute and hold. But I agreed to myself that I probably would have been possibly break even on this position. So both ways, I'm not capitalizing off that. GU at the moment still coming down here. We waited for the right thing here. And yeah, essentially that setup 6 as well for note, guys, basically failed, right? You could say that that setup failed. At least maybe break even at least, right? You would have entered somewhere here, gotten about 2.8 pips. Maybe you could have got away with break even. I don't know. Pretty hard. If I'm a beginner, will the course help or do you need to know some things? No, this year I'm having a section in the course that starts from zero. Like you don't know what the markets are. Like it will start from that part as well. That's pretty boring that this faked out, but luckily we kept safe. You guys saw how I didn't rush into anything here, waited for thunderstorm. If you just went break of high, it's nasty. Remember, GU did the same thing. GU did the same thing. Right? GU broke the high, reversed, faked out, everyone's crying. Look, broke the high, reverse, everyone's crying. This is my point. You guys will always notice the wins. You will notice which trades play out. But you guys will never notice the losses that would have happened from you being patient. Because it's easy in hindsight to see wins, but it's hard to see the losses. And these would have been trades that are not trades you want to be in. Right? And just waiting. Yeah, we basically dodged 2 losses. I mean, this hasn't hit SL yet. But my point is I still wouldn't like to be holding 27 pip drawdown with my entry being the highest point of the session. It's not fun. It's not fun to be holding drawdown when your entry is the highest point of the session. DAX, 3 minutes for the open, rejecting daily resistance. Still, DAX rejecting daily resistance. Still being relevant, which is why we were looking to try trade towards it. It would have been a mess trading towards it regardless. We will see how the open happens. We also have a lot of news coming, right? A lot of news is coming, so this can all affect price. Is your indicator going to be available on TradeLocker? Unless TradeLocker put it on themselves. I don't own TradeLocker, so you'd have to ask TradeLocker support if they would be happy to do that. Or do they have a way that we can manually add the indicator? If I can manually add the indicator, you know, it will be fine. Bro, my 1,000 followers are gone. Yeah, I told you they're bots anyways. They're not doing you any justice. It's not real followers. It's just going to ruin your algorithm because Instagram will see that you have X amount of followers, but you only get X amount of views. So it's not going to push your content if your own followers are not interested in what you post. Yeah, so GU, if I ripped GU, I would have hit SL. So I avoided this loss here. Very important. Avoiding a loss is just as good as a win in my books. Do you upload the free course class? Coming soon. Sunday. It's coming Sunday. GJ would have been a win though. Yeah, but we agreed that we would have gone break even, so it wouldn't have been a win. It would have been a break even. Even you wrote here. You were very confident that it would have been. So it would have been a break even, and that's the whole point of this. Is how your mind plays tricks on you, man. That's it, playing trick right in front of you. Because I can scroll back and chat where I made people write what was happening, and I can see this is what you wrote. Look. This is what you wrote. That's from you. You said, would have been out BE easy. Confident with that BE. Now you're saying it would have been a win. You see that? And that's how your trades will be full. And this is how I catch people fooling themselves. Because yeah, everything is a win when you see it hit TP. But in the moment, it's a different story. Everyone in hindsight is a great trader, right? When you wrote this is from you. So this is just proof to yourself that, hey, that's actually not the case. So never fool yourself. DAX spiking with the open. Yeah, let's see how the spike has gone here. Nice little push down to that support that we wanted. If it can get below, it's a possibility. We need it to be fast because we have news coming in 15 minutes, man. So we need a quick trade if it's going to be anything. It's tough one. It's a tough one. We just grab liquidity from this low as well. Harry catching, guys? It's not catching, guys. It's more just showing people that yes, you will feel you're causing this FOMO on the charts. You're causing yourself to realize things that are not true because at the time you told yourself I would be break even. So if you took the position, it would be a different outcome. But when you see the position play out in your mind, you make another assumption, and that it's not going to change anything about your trading. It's only going to make you feel worse about the situation, right? Because now you're just thinking, I wish I entered, it would have been a win. But in reality, that even wouldn't be the case. So it's just very good to do that exercise. And that's why I encourage everyone to do it before. And that's why I did that and told everyone, what would you be doing in this scenario? Because I always run in my mind what I would be doing in this scenario. That was a perfect example. Always the shoulda, coulda, would have. Yeah, we love that, right? That's like the age-old story here. Let's see what 5-minute is saying. Where's next 5-minute support? We have next 5-minute support down here. Let's put 15 actually. Look, 5-minute is closing below. Man, I said I won't go into aggressive shots. Let's see how it closes. Problem is stop loss placement. You have about 11 points, which is not much for Dax. Stop loss is massive, just above 5-minute candle. Thunderstorm would be great. Thunderstorm. I'll give Dax a shot if he closes below 75. I think high chance you should get the close below 75. Problem is where you're going to keep stops. That's what you have to be thinking about now. Where you're going to put stops is what you should be thinking about now. Because these are pretty deep stops. I mean, to get a 1-to-1 is all the way down there. It's a deep stop. I would like a thunderstorm. A thunderstorm here, pull back, and then same as what we do in the breakout trades, right? This breakout trade, same shit I'm looking for right now. We get London Open push, it pulls back, and then the close above. Right, sorry, this was the London Open, sorry. Then the close above. I would like the same thing to happen right here. It's just the opposite way around. Imagine we're breaking all-time highs. How much easier does this look now? Right, so we are breaking all-time highs right now. What would we like to see? We would like to see a candle close bearish, right? Well, in this case, it will be bullish. And then the next one close above to give us buys and then try break through this and see if we can break through this as a question mark. Right? Hi, should I just buy the 1 year instead of the monthly for the exclusive? Is it cheaper? If you're planning to stay long term, it definitely is cheaper. Yeah, I think it's like you get 3 months free, basically. But if you want flexibility, then just book the monthly, you know. At least that has flexibility. That's the beautiful thing. So this is a great pullback now, creating the structure we want. Where's my water? Man, this is going to be tight. We have news here in about 10 minutes. So we need something to be in and out between now and 10 minutes. Do you agree that trading is a psychology game? I believe psychology is overrated, but it is all a mind game more than a psychology game. What I mean by psychology is that a lot of factors in this game, yeah, I mean, in a nutshell, yes. In a nutshell, yes, it is a psychology game. You can learn technicals, but I would actually change that statement to it's an experience game, because from experience you gain, you know, to develop your mindset. I don't think anyone can. It's a sort of wisdom, to be honest. I don't really see myself being in any other groups beside yours. Good mentor and the best carry for my CSGO games. Man, I ain't playing CS with you now. Can carry yourself. No, I'm joking. How's gold doing? Gold being boring? Yeah, gold is definitely being boring. So we just needed to break out. If that 15 closes above, it will break out. The only problem is 1 hour again failed to close above. 1 hour failed to close above again. So this is where people can be eaten up very quick, right? They enter here, they don't care, they get FOMO. Again, this is another loss avoided. You need to notice this stuff. I'm going to start making you guys aware that we're not just sitting here doing nothing. We're avoiding losses, because if I just entered here break of low, like GU, like gold, just entering ripping random lows here, we would have lost, because look, this would have broken the low. If you didn't care about top wicks, if you were FOMO trader, boom. Now you're in heavy drawdown, right? If you just ripped it at the break of this low and you didn't care about top wicks, you didn't care about me talking about structure, look where you are now. This is a shitty position, and look how quick that happened. Like, this is that feeling where you are before the trade, you're so excited, you feel super confident, and you feel like you're gonna get away with it, and then you get in this trade and you're regretting it heavy. You're regretting it heavy. You're you know, you feel like, you know, I wish I didn't do that. There was no top wick before breaking the low. Yeah, but a FOMO trader wouldn't care, right? A FOMO trader wouldn't care about any top wick, anything. They wouldn't care. Just rip, right? It's like, fuck, prices close below, rip. Impulsively, rip. Anything, right? This is the difference. What's your thoughts on Bitcoin? Just your thoughts in terms of what? In terms of analysis, or in terms of what do I think about Bitcoin? I invest heavy in Bitcoin. It's my biggest investment portfolio. Oh, why did the measuring tool come out? So gold closing below here can actually be an opportunity. Massive pin bar on German 30, yeah, and 5 minutes till news. And 5 minutes till news. Can you take setup 6 long on Dax? Which one? Testing what? Not really, because this is not a consolidation, first of all. And secondly, it's not built-in price action. Setup 6 would look something like this, right? You have a move down, you can trade that, comes back up, and then you look for the long. Boom. This would be in like the same day. When will you start trading back in January? I'll see, depending on the market. Definitely not trading. If you look at January here, you can see Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I won't be trading the 1st of January. It's bank holiday anyways. And then Thursday, Friday, I won't be trading because it's just 2 days before the week. I'll let price action form, new monthly candle form, new yearly candle form. And then, of course, it's weekend. So the first official trading day is realistically the 6th here. It's realistically the 6th. Sometimes I trade before you in 2 hours. I get some wins, but most of the time it's losses. Is it because of volume? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. That is correct. Trading 2 hours before me, you're trading in a session where it's not in a session, it's between a session. So volume is going to be the problem of your trades. The times you get volume is the times you're winning. Those who say you don't take trades must show us their trading journal where they have hundreds of winning trades each month. Actions speak louder than words. Yeah, I mean, but they're just trying to pick on something, you know. Now the issue is here, guys, news in 3 minutes. So I want to see if French news causes an impact on Dax. So also for research purposes, we need to see going into the future. I have seen before it causes a spike, but that's one iteration. Let's see this iteration. Obviously, German news is going to impact Dax for sure. I don't think it takes a rocket scientist to figure that out, unless you really don't know what Dax is. And then we have all speeches here. Going to make it tough. I was kind of winging on gold here. Gold needs to start to make a move here. and stop consolidating. This, non-tradable. Like I said from the beginning of the session, non-tradable range. This 5-minute setup too is nice. I would take this if there was no news. But there is, right? I want to know the analysis on BTC. Do you think there'll be a big correction for BTC for altcoins to push? If there's a big corrections for BTC, which I think we can see some sort of correction soon, it's not going to be good for altcoins. Altcoins will dump with it. It won't make an alt season. Alt season will not happen based off that. It doesn't work like that. It's when Bitcoin starts to top off. When Bitcoin tops off at highs, then we see the altcoin season switch. Wow, look at that 15 reaction right there. Perfect, look at that. Oof. Big boy reaction from the 15 here. So let's see news here. This is going to be important analysis here. Already it's looking like some orders are cooking before news. Already. Maybe news will just dump. Let's see. We need to understand what's going to go on. If nothing happens, would actually be good because we have about 15 minutes more until the next news. So we could catch some pre-news order type pushes. Here we go. Yeah, see, look at the spike, man. That's the problem, these spikes. Ooh, straight flip. Straight back up. Ugh, I hate when that's like that. That's like such a devastating thing. Up, down, up, down. Come back to the highs, come back to the lows. Ideally, a close above here would be the one that gives you the push. So it does give a spike. I lost that. What the fuck? It's not what the fuck. It's don't trade news, bro. Don't trade news. That spike is the problem. You see the spike. This is French news. We have German news in 15 minutes. Yeah, I know, but the French news still affects, right? Because the French could lead into the German. If French economy is doing something, could also preempt. So we get these spikes. You saw that spike? That spike could be nasty enough to stop you out, right? So this is the close we would want, right? Question is, do we react? Gold trying to close above. Ooh, gold is tough. 15 did close above here. We did actually technically get a close above. So we need the 5. We need the 5. 2 minutes 51 seconds. Because we don't have 1 hour close. We don't have 30-minute close. We do have this 15, but that's a tight close. We're too late for this. But anyways, I wouldn't be interested in that. We'll see how this closes, but stop loss is looking like what? You could get away with 27 pips, sorry. How's Dax doing? Dax is pushing through here. I wonder if rebreak of the lows was also an option. Rebreak of the lows could have been an interesting spot. Right? Once we come back up, rebreaking the lows. That's something I'm considering now in my mind. Just thinking we did get the 15 close, right? 15, yeah, re-breaking the lows I think I can consider, but I would be break even right now, and re-breaking the lows entry was around 55. 55 was a re-break low entry, so I would see. I wouldn't really try to be holding this, as you'd expect a straight volume push. So this is me also discussing with you guys what I would be doing in that position, right? Just so we know before the case. 15-minute has no top wick. Really? No, I think it does, man. I think it does. It made a massive top wick. Just opened up on a gap. Mine has. Opened up on that news gap. Yeah, news candle I have top wick. That would have been your rebreak entry with a bit of spread somewhere there. So you would have seen if you got out break even or not. Look at this candle here, huh? Look at the 5-minute candle, right? Waiting for 5. Again, being patient is paying off. Again, another rejection candle. Dax, news in how long? 10 minutes. Damn. The flip here could be interesting, the flip. But news in 10 minutes. How big balls do I have right now, man? That's the question. Is it big enough to push this with 10 minutes? Can you send me a screenshot of how you look without top wick? Because mine looks like this. That's how the wick looks. Would you go for long or short flip? Short, brother, short. Mr. Harry, sup? All good, brother. Yourself? We just tapped 1 hour resistance. How is GJ doing? Tapped 4-hour support. We're rejecting 4-hour support right now on GJ. Gold again is trying again back to get back above that zone. 7 minutes for the 50-minute candle close would be ideal. 5-minute close like this is not bad for a shot. If the 5-minute can close above in 2 minutes. Gonna go to the toilet before that. Be back. Yeah, we need gold 1 minute here. We need it to calm down just a bit here. Just a bit. We need it to calm down just a bit. Just so we can get a 5-minute entry even, you know. Ah, it's gone. No worries. So only way you enter is below the resistance. If you don't care about the resistance, but no 30-minute, this is not a trade you're going to make money long term. This is not a trade you're going to make money long term, for sure. Because you don't have 30 close above. You don't have 1 hour close above. Only you have 15-minute rejecting. Then you have this 15 close above. Yeah, that's the only thing you have. So one confirmation, even 5 didn't close above. Even 5. Even 5. So this is where everyone feels, oh, FOMO, waiting, this sucks, this sucks. Yeah, don't trade, brother. Take the trade impulsively then. Right? This is where people complain to me then. Oh, this sucks, price went. Nah, you have to calm down in these scenarios. You didn't miss shit. You didn't plan it. If you planned it, take the trade. No one will stop you, right? Take the trade impulsively. But this is where having a plan is going to be. At the end of the day, when the position is there in front of you, you need to make a decision. Ain't nobody going to make a decision for you. If you have a plan, you need to follow it. So if your plan was to take it impulsively, why are you not in right now? Right? Why are you not in? This should be you into this position right now, taking profit soon. Right? You should be taking profit soon in something like this. And that's how you manage a position. I never planned for it. I feel nothing. Because I never planned for it. My plan was simple. 5-minute close above, minimum. Or the 15 would be better. One or the other. So if I can get 5-minute close above, good. We didn't get that 5-minute, rejected last minute. That rejection could have been one of these, right? Even in chat, John said 50-minute respecting that gold level again. So it was an uncertainty. See that? Dax news here in about 5 minutes. Dax news. Let's see what Dax news does. I'm very interested to see how it moves price. I think it's too soon to take a trade with the Dax news. After Dax news, we have Euro at 12:30, 12:35. We have ECB president speaking. It's cooked after that. So Dax trades, you're probably cooked on Dax trades. Gold here, retracing here. Depends on how 15-minute candle closes. You could get a thunderstorm for a quick scalp here. Hi, what does your crypto portfolio look like between ETH and Bitcoin? Yeah, Ethereum and Bitcoin, that's it. And then shitcoins. No, I don't hold shitcoins, I'm just playing with shitcoins. Because they are making good moves. Hi, why don't you get future song in the background? Because it then bans me, YouTube. Keep giving me copyright strike. Now this candle I don't even think closed above. I want to double check this on broker because I think that's even making an excuse. Let's see how that looks on broker. Yeah, man, on broker that closed below. You see? Closed below on broker. So there's no way I'm taking that. Even on a 15, it breaks all my rules here. Which obviously not what I want to do, man. That's not what I want to do. We do not want to break rules. So remember that rug pull we saw live? That was freaking funny, bro. Now the DAX news is messing us up today because we can't trade DAX here in 1 minute. Like the DAX is looking good, man. Looking good for a short. You know, this would be nice break of this low. This would be a good position here, to be honest. Something like this. Stop loss isn't that bad. With volume, we should be able to push through this 15-minute level because it's not a 1 hour level there. You see, not a 1 hour level, not a 30-minute level as well. It's clean. Wick has been filled here. Yeah, this should be able to play out. But with the news here, I'm very interested to see news here in about 1 minute. But typically, this would be a position I take, break of this low. But news here in 40 seconds. How big would stop here? 20 points to get here is 25 points. Daily support, max target makes sense. Yeah, this would be something. I wish, man, there wasn't news right now. That's annoying. This is something clean, actually. It's closing nice as well. But let's see what news does. I wonder if news will pump or dump price. Very interested to see how big of a move it is affected on DAX here. Regardless, it will gap open. There will be a gap on the open. Let's see. Oh, that's it. French news was bigger than German. That's it. It's still pending, that's why. It's still pending. It's still pending, that's why. It's still pending. 42 services, so a little bit lower than forecast and lower than last month. 51. Oh, that's good. That's good. That's good. Services went up. What happened with EU? Damn, EU spiked here. But DAX, man. See what I'm speaking about? DAX, French news had bigger of an impact than the Euro news. See what I'm saying? France had a major change? Yeah, but that's my point, that French will still impact. I mean, 51 is very good. Long time since DAX has been positive. Not DAX, sorry, the German economy has been positive here on services. You know? Long time. Long time, long time. It was expected since Friday night. Yeah, but the point I'm saying is that even though it was a French news that, as you said, maybe it was expected, it still affected DAX, and that's something we need to be cautious about. French news, any Euro news is affecting. Now these shorts are still in the still an option here, but we have him speaking at what time? In 5 minutes here. Yeah, we're cooked, man. We can't do that. That's too risky. That's not the way I'm playing December here. How's gold doing? Gold just keep on pushing up. Yeah. Perfect, perfect. Wow, look what happened to GJ here. GJ said not today. 4-hour support is king. 4-hour support is gonna hold right now. See some positivity. It's even affecting the GBP, right? It's even affecting the GBP. Christmas is coming. People are spending more on holidays and going out. Services are up. Yes, that definitely is gonna be a time for services to come up. You are correct. Gold making it beautifully up to 60s here. Yeah, this didn't even close above on broker. I think the only way you enter this is no way, because even on 1 minute, it opened on a gap up. You're not entering that, brother, as much as you'd want to make it believe without a 1 hour candle close. If we had the 1 hour confirmation, makes sense. You don't have 1 hour confirmation. You don't have 30-minute confirmation. You don't have 15-minute confirmation on broker because this closed below. You don't have 5-minute confirmation. This is a losing trade. You can't do anything with that, right? You can't do anything with that unless you FOMO trade it in, which is fine, but that's on your own cards, right? That's not going to be in my books. It's not the way I like to trade by FOMO trading. If Farage is UK's next PM, would pound sink or swim? That's a question they are asking. My timing is GMT plus 3. So the London Open is 11 a.m. and NY is 4 p.m. I'm not sure GMT. Tell me UTC time. Or just use the internet, brother. Put 8 a.m. UK time to your country. If you can't figure out time, I think you need to reconsider trading. GMT equals UTC. All right, then London Open will be 11 a.m. Correct. If that's the case. If that's the case, then yes. It is 11 and NY is 4. Wonder where you are. 1 hour behind. What country is 1 hour behind? You're in Germany then. Somewhere you're in Germany, you might be... it's interesting. Is Mark a German name? Yeah. So he must be in Germany then. Because Germany would be UTC plus 3. I live in Kuwait. Okay, scratch that. Sounds Swedish. Fifan. We'll see if he replies to me saying Fifan. Kuwait is 1 hour behind. 9:35. Yeah, Germany is not plus 3. It's plus 2. Is it? Yeah, GMT plus 2. Yeah. Sorry. He is GMT plus 3. I'm looking at me. Yes, it is plus 1. Actually, you're right. No, would it be plus 1 or minus 1? No, it's plus 1, I think. Plus 1. It's plus 1. For sure, plus 1. Because it's 1 hour ahead of UTC. And I am 4 hours ahead, so I'm UTC plus 4. Yes. Whole Europe plus 1 from UK time? Correct. Please add world time reading in 2025. Free course? Yes, we'll add. We'll also adding a section how to tie your shoes, how to ask question, how to get dressed, what shampoo I use, all the common questions. What conditioner, what color are my socks, underwear collection, t-shirt collection, everything is going to be added. Don't worry, everything will be added. Yeah, he's speaking now and Dax is doing what? Dax is actually popping up here. So speeches are happening today, guys. Now we have GBP news coming out in about 30 minutes from now as well. Actually, no, 1 hour from now. But we have speeches. So GJ is still available to trade. So GJ is open to trade. Gold is pushed up. We need pullbacks there. So what I'll be looking for on GJ here is I'll be looking for potentially resistance to be formed if it happens in a fast enough time before the speeches, which I doubt. So I think that's how it's going to look, right? And win in the chat for Pip Labs. Appreciate it, brother. And yeah, that's basically what I'm going to look for. Shame with Goldie, I would really like to capitalize off this move up here, but if it's not going to give me my entry option, then I'm not going to enter because it's not my move. I don't care as much. And yeah, it could be frustrating, but at the same time, again, more frustrating is a loss. If I would have taken this first position, I would have lost. So you can see how that works, because if you're going to go impulsively, why didn't you go impulsively here? You would have. You would have taken an impulsive trade right here. You would have lost that trade there, and then you'll probably be scared to enter it again. When you can just wait for the confirmations, and if it doesn't give me the confirmations, I avoid randomness and I can be calm about that. It is frustrating, of course. The markets are there to be frustrating, that you can't get in on this move here, even on a 5-minute candle, which is kind of what we were looking for, is to get in on the 5-minute candle. It happens though. It's not the first day I've been through this. It's actually been years of this, but at the end of the day, still end up on a plus for that reason. So yeah, Perfect. I appreciate everyone showing up to stream. I'm going to wrap it up here because of the news. I don't see any opportunities until after news potentially. GJ could cook something, but hey, with the way it's been moving, I think it will be too close with news. Again, Dax is nice, but Dax, we have speeches right now, and then we have more PMI data coming after that. So we're waiting for tomorrow. Again, it's Monday. Tomorrow looks like it'll cook up a little bit nicer here. With it being Tuesday, we only have one news in the morning, which is claimant count change, and that's early, right? And that's early. It's only at 11 a.m. and then we're clean. We have an economic statement and IFO business climate, but that is all after London Open here. Nothing is before London Open, which is obviously going to be beneficial for us. So I think that will be a lot cleaner day after claimant count change for the GBP, but that won't affect gold or DAX. So I'm not too worried about that, nor is it gonna affect our trading possibly. So yeah, I appreciate everyone showing up. Take care. Trade sharp, and appreciate everyone showing up as always. Let's wrap up this year good. Let's wrap up this week good. And I'll catch you guys hopefully on tomorrow's stream. Hopefully I'll see you there. And yeah, let's see if we get something nice. So take care all, and peace. Let's see you. Peace.